Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hi, welcome to Lattes and Lore podcast. Today we are going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be our theme we've been talking about. We were really in a depth into Fourth Wing, which was super fun. But this is going to be
Yes.
kind of a break between like a hard breakdown of books. We're going to be kind of talking about if in a fantasy world, how 20-year-old us versus 30-year-old us would handle issues that come up. We would be, it's like, hello, we could, well, I just dropped my camera. It's fine. Everything I own of technology has broken this week, so we're hopeful we're going to make it through this podcast. But it's kind of like 20-year-old Erica would solve problems a little bit different than 30-year-old Erica. What do you think?
Facts. Same with 20-year-old Lauren and 30-year-old Lauren. And it's funny because so many of the stories we love, the characters are younger typically. There are some great stories where they're older, but a large majority of them, they're like early, mid-20s. And
Yeah.
10 years ago, I handled things very differently.
Absolutely. 10 years ago, I'm 34, going on 35. 24-year-old Erica was, wow, a whole lot different. Even 21-year-old Erica, because if you think like the majority of like our fantasy world, you get like 19. I feel like 19's a common age, 21. 22. Every once in a while you'll get like a 25, but I feel like mainstream fantasy, that's kind of your cutoff is right there. Like you don't hear many people are 25.
There are some authors that are aging up some of their characters, and I appreciate that because I'm like, I'm 36. 26-year-old Lauren is a totally different person.
Yeah, I'm like we are not handling issues the same way. We've healed. We've done some inner work. We've talked to our inner child. We aren't handling issues the same way. But before we get really started, of course, we're going to hit on things that are in the fantasy world. So this is your spoiler warning. We may say something that's a big spoiler for a book you may be reading, which if you love that, that's great. We're not getting into depth with any kind of plot here, but you may get a little spoiler here and there. So if you
we'll
you
try
don't want
not
spoilers,
to, but always a possibility because we've read a lot of books.
Yes. And lots of books have lots of fun things. So the first thing I am not doing as a 30-year-old, and this goes back to Fourth Wing because it was hot off my mind when I wrote this down. I am not walking on the parapet in the middle of the night in a dress with no shoes on. No. I am not doing it to go talk to my boyfriend. I am not. You need to get off the parapet, and I'm going to stand from the sideline and be like, get off, you dumbass. Why are you out there? Like, I'm not. Come over here and we'll talk and we'll solve our problems like adults.
Yeah.
But 20-year-old Erica would have been like, off we go.
I'll say 20-year-old Lauren would have changed out of the dress because you wouldn't have got me in a dress anyway, like especially at a military academy. But I'd have been like, let's go out there and chat. 30-ish-year-old Lauren have been like, when you get done pouting, we'll talk about it later. I'm going to bed. Like, have fun. You know where to find me. Bye.
Yes. Bye. I'll see you later. I'm going to bed because it's like 2 a.m. And
like I'm done. I've socialized. I'm done. We're going to bed.
It's kind of like one of those things. It's like, and then this kind of leads into the next thing. One of the other things I've walked down. I'm not sleeping in the magical forest actually the magical forest, yes, in the haunted forest, in the haunted inn, in the haunted bedroom. I'm not staying there if I don't have my pillow and my blankie and a bedtime. I'm gonna be grumpy when I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and not all of these places have coffee.
Let's be honest, you're not camping, even in real world settings. Like, Erica's not a camper, right?
I'm not a camper. I am not voluntarily sleeping on the ground. Maybe if I had an air mattress, I could maybe rough it for one night. But if it's hot, it's rainy.
Yeah.
I don't want to sleep in the mud. You people who are campers and hikers, you all are the coolest people in the world to me. I will meet you at the end of the trail. I hope you have a wonderful time, but I'm going to drink a mimosa at the pool. That's it. That's as adventurous as we're getting.
Yeah, I'm going to just stay up all night because I'm not going to sleep on the ground. My back and my hips aren't going to be happy about it. And then
Mm-mm.
nobody's going to be happy the next day in my 30s. But 20-year-old me wouldn't have cared too much. Been like, sure, where's a pillow? It's a rock. That's fine. But also, it's
Right.
hot. Don't cuddle me. I don't want to cuddle at any of my ages when it's hot and we're outside. Go on with yourself.
Nope.
Like,
If you smell like dragon ass, go wash yours first. Like, if you don't come by me with your stinky self, because we all know that certain things tend to smell a little right after it gets warm for a few hours. So
but
take
also,
a
like,
dunk in the
you're
river.
riding a
And
horse in most of these fantasy scenarios. And horses, we love them, but they stink. Okay? They stink.
do.
They smell like horse. Like,
They smell
and you're
like horse.
outside wearing the same outfits for multiple days in a row because you're hoofing it. You know, you're on a journey. Like, that's cool. A creek bath only gets you so far. All right?
It doesn't.
Don't get close to me.
You're right.
Mm-mm.
Don't. And to lead into that, another thing that I am tired of pretending that I wouldn't enjoy as a 30-year-old, I'm tired of pretending that the spring court doesn't sound like fun. You're telling me, Tamlin tells me I could put on a pretty dress and plan parties and paint and walk around the gardens and wave at people and not have to do anything? I'm tired of thinking that that doesn't sound like fun. You want me to be a professional party planner? Cool. Can I have some leggings, though, for the days that I don't want to wear the dress? That's my only request. I'm tired of thinking that that is not fun.
Well, that's like, love Nesta, but you want me to go live in the House of Wind where the house gives me anything I desire and there's a library of like floors worth of information? Sign me up.
Yeah, books
Sign
and
me up.
chocolate?
Night court
What?
clothes sounds super comfy. Not the dresses, but like the stuff Amber talks about wearing. Favorite with her like leggings and sweaters and baggy clothes. Yes, sign me up. Chocolate cake and books
Yes,
sound
please.
amazing at any time. I don't have to cook. I don't have to clean. Yeah, 100%. Please lock me away in
Check.
the House of Wind. Like, I'm not leaving. It's fine. There's outside fresh air on the training grounds. I can go work out, and then I'll go read some books. Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving.
The house
So.
is going to give me like personalized recommendations, and I don't even have to like do the research. You just get handed another book. I mean,
Right?
hello.
Yeah.
Another thing that I am not going that we are going to recognize as a 30-year-old over a 20-year-old, because 20-year-old Erica made lots of questionable decisions. I'm going to say that there is a difference between a morally gray, mysterious man and a man with a big fat red flag. Like, it's great, be mysterious, have some trauma. That's fine. We can work things together. But if you've got a temper and you're like just destroying homes everywhere, I'm like, where's the red flag? Hey, red flag. Like, hello. It's fine. Mysterious, but kind, and the whole touch or die thing, that's fine. But if you were kind of like Dane in the first Iron Flame, or in the first Fourth Wing book, like if you're flirting with the fact that your truths can't overdo kind of what's right, that's a problem. 20-year-old Erica wouldn't have thought that's a problem. 20-year-old Erica wouldn't have thought Dane is a problem at all. Let's be real. Zayden, check. Dane, check. Jack Barlow, maybe.
Oh, Jack Barlow. No. I can confidently say 30-year-old Lauren and 20-year-old Lauren would have been like, no, you should have got pushed off the parapet.
20-year-old
You're
Erica
done.
would have looked at Jack Barlow and been like, is this a challenge? Maybe.
Oh. Since we've been friends for years, I can definitely laugh and attest. You'd have been like, maybe.
Maybe. We might. We've made some real questionable decisions.
That's fine. We could have met at the tavern later and laughed about it. It'd been fine.
Yes, we could have, and been like, listen to what I just did.
And given him fun nicknames in our text messages. I wish I still had some of those.
Same.
Endeavors.
Oh, One day I'll go through my iCloud and read all the text messages from the last,
Probably.
20 years.
Probably a bad idea, but some funny nicknames
Probably.
are in there.
There's lots of funny things. There's lots of great nicknames, too.
Oh,
So,
I love that.
One thing I'm going to say is if this comes from the One Dark Window trilogy, one thing Erica is going to do is we're going to take the maiden card. You're telling me that, first off, you look gorgeous all the time. You can eat whatever you want. There are no diets. You can have as many carbs as you want, whenever you want. Instant facelift, instant makeup. And second off, this is a sidebar. 20-year-old Erica would have never gotten on the internet without makeup on. And 30-year-old Erica is like, this is what I look like. But I'm like, I'm tired of pretending like I wouldn't have taken a maiden card. I would have been like, heck yeah.
And the funny thing is, like, I also would have taken it, but not for the same reasons. I'd have taken it for the lack of emotions. That you
right?
If we're
a
being
maiden
honest.
card in the Supreme Court? Unstoppable.
Absolutely. Like, and, we've done a lot of growing. A 30-year-old me would be like, maybe not.
30-year-old Erica is like, maybe we should feel our emotions.
Maybe we should, because your feelings are valid, but they're not facts. I'm just going to say that. Just going to say that. They're valid, but they're not facts. So
that's so true. I'm trying to, let's see, what else? And then I've got some fun things we're going to do, too. So this is good. 20-year-old Erica would have spent all her money on fairy wine and drugs, probably. 30-year-old Erica is going to invest in some good shoes. Some,
appropriate training equipment.
Training gear. Gear. I want a nice jacket.
Yeah.
Because I feel like all the fantasy worlds always start out in, winter.
I feel like it's a fleece-lined cloak. I'm like, y'all can make armor and crap, but you can't make a jacket.
Like sleeves?
Like sleeves that are warm? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not just spending all my money on alcohol and drugs. I'm going I want a nice pair of boots.
A box of matches so I can make a fire when it's cold and rainy and not a
some
lot of
herbs
options.
that I can make potions and heal myself. Maybe a tampon or two. I'm just
there's lots of interesting things. And, you look back at some of them and it's like, 20-year-old me might have let some of the male characters throughout tell me what to do to some degree.
Absolutely.
I'd be like, okay, I'll trust your plan for now and maybe I'll change my mind. 30-year-old me would be like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That's not how this works. Efficiency, guys. Let's work smarter, not harder. That would be me.
Yes, I'm like, that is great that you want to be the leader all the time. 20-year-old Erica would have just been like, okay, maybe this will work out in the long run. 30-year-old Erica is like, that's a horrible idea.
Yeah.
Why? Why would we go into a battle without any allies? Why? Yeah. Why would we try that? It just, diving in, be like, so we have this choice between, you can go back or you can die. I'm like, I really, really had on plans on finishing my book tonight, so I'm gonna peace out, and if I see y'all in the morning, I'll see you in the morning. If not, it's been a great adventure.
Yeah. Yeah.
One thing is I want to question that 20-year-old Erica wouldn't have questioned at all would be why do we have indoor plumbing and no C-sections?
But it's a valid ask. It's okay, y'all could come up with that, but not that. It's my same, and these are all stories I thoroughly enjoyed, and I typically, when I'm reading it, I don't be like, well, that's not realistic. No, I don't want it to be realistic. I want it to be a fantasy world where all the things make sense, but
I want to get
they'll have indoor plumbing, but use candles for lights. I'm like,
yes.
How does the plumbing work without something to pump the water?
We talked about this in fourth wing. Why do we have to have quills? What, you can't have a pen? You've got a sword.
a piece of graphite and like sharpen it like a pencil? Like, I don't understand. And also, this is me, like 20-year-old me probably wouldn't have thought too much about when they describe the clothes the female character gets of like lacy under things and fighting leathers. I'm like, y'all can make fighting leathers, but not actual undergarments. Like,
right. I'm like, hello, what are we doing here? Like, I need some underwear.
We need some support in some areas. This 30-year-old has grown 2 humans. Like, we need some help in some places, okay? Like,
we need some support. I need a real bra.
Yeah,
don't say we're going to put on a cut-off t-shirt. I need some support.
Or like a band of fabric around the girls. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. No.
And I'm not wearing a corset. I'm not wearing a corset.
Only if I'm in a pretty spring dress in the... That's the only time. That's it.
There's lots of things, but that's funny. I still appreciate the story, but I'm like, yeah, no.
No. I cannot. I want a bra. I want some powder if I'm going to be wearing leather pants. There are things that are chafing. No one talks about socks. Have you noticed in any fantasy novel, no one talks about socks?
Yeah.
I'm not putting on leather boots with no
without
socks on. I want a pair of socks.
Yeah. I'm not like a hobbit running around with like the feet that can like run across like, all of Middle Earth or anything. Like, I need some socks.
Yeah. Dungeon Crawler Carl, like no shoes. See, I can deal with that. But if they're talking about like going into battle and you're not specifically barefooted, I want some wool socks so I don't get a blister. Because if I get a blister, I'm going to be pissed off. I'm like, my foot hurts.
That's like getting a paper cut. Like a paper cut can be your downfall versus like a blister.
You use some hand sanitizer and you're like, motherfucker!
Right? You're like, oh, I'm gonna die. Yeah.
They all did!
Yeah. There's lots of just funny things with it, and it's funny, and I don't need like, we're talking about like our periods and stuff. I don't need that to be in the story.
No.
But I do find it funny when like most of them they're like, oh, the Fae only get one like rarely or da 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 and all this stuff. I'm like, I can appreciate that, so you don't have to deal with it in the story. But I'm also like, we're gonna have a plan because it's a thing. It happens. What are we doing with it? Because like, I'm not relying on the male main character to cut his shirt up the whole journey that we're doing.
Listen, we love when that happened though. We love Simp Lorcan.
We do. He is one of my favorites, but like, no.
I asked my husband, I said, would you cut up your shirt for me so I could use it as like a makeshift pad? And he would be like, do I have another shirt? That was literally his answer.
Yeah. I didn't ask Daniel, but he'd be like, is it a shirt I really, really like?
Austin was like, do I have another shirt to put on afterwards?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, you have to be like, shirtless. He went, no.
Sorry. Figure something else out.
Austin wears those like athletic shirts in the summer too, like those dry fits, and I'm like,
that ain't gonna
I don't
work.
know how absorbent that would be. Not gonna work. It's just gonna, nope, it's not gonna work.
No. So funny.
One other thing, and then we're going to go into something that I think is fun. One thing I am not doing, and this can kind of lead us into the next thing, is I am not just taking your magic mushroom. I'm not eating the random piece of food that the sorceress from the cottage gave me. 20-year-old Erica would be like, hell yeah, what a trip. 30-year-old Erica is like,
Yeah, I'm going to need to know, like, what's the side effects here, because, like,
Is that going to give me acid reflux? Because I don't have any Tums.
Well, like, in Alice in Wonderland, I'm like, I'm not trying to be taller. I'm tall enough. I don't also want to be, like, 3 inches tall. What's this magic thing going to do here? No, I'm not jumping down the rabbit hole. Like, what are we doing here?
Where are we going? What's waiting down there?
I'm also going to take some convincing to hop through a shadow gate. I'm like, where's it lead to? I need to know what I'm walking into when I get to the other side. And you better tell me if I'm going to vomit from the trip so I can be prepared.
I'm like, I am going to get motion sick. So I need to sit in the front seat. I need to be at the front of the wagon, something, because you aren't going to want to deal with me in about an hour.
Oh, so funny. Yeah.
Okay, so one thing that I think is going to be really fun is I have a couple of scenarios, and I think each one of us should answer like what 20-year-old us would do versus what 30-year-old for us would do. And I'll let you go first. I'll ask the question, and then we can kind of talk through them together, okay? So, you are in a fantasy world, and you encounter an enchanted tavern. And this morally gray character is inviting you to go with him to the enchanted tavern that leads to an undisclosed adventure where you have to save their world. What questions does 20-year-old Lauren have versus what questions does 30-year-old Lauren have?
Oh, this is a fun one. Because also I'm like, how do I already know that I have to help save his world? What made him think I wanted to do that?
Yeah.
But that's probably my 30-year-old answer. It's like, how did we encounter each other for him to get that vibe that I was willing to go on some undisclosed adventure? Like, I'm just being honest. Like, okay, sure. You know how long I'm going to be gone? Like, those are some questions that I have at 30. 20-year-old me probably been like, all right, let's go, but I'm getting my own drink in the tavern. You can't bring me a drink. I don't trust you just yet.
30 or 20-year-old Erica is like, I'll drink it, whatever. I don't care what it is. What are we gonna do next? 20-year-old Erica's like, sure. Where are we going?
What's 30-year-old Erica's questions?
30-year-old Erica's question is like, how did you find me? First off,
True.
You don't have any shoes on.
Yeah.
And then the second question is like, do I get to think about it? Like, do I get a minute to answer? Or do I have to decide over, like, crusty bread and vegetable soup? Like, do I have to decide right now? Or can we decide in a minute if we're going to save your world or not?
It's also probably the difference of him telling me and asking me would dictate my answer.
Yeah.
Like, if you ask me, I'm probably going to say yes. If you tell me I'm going, I'm like, not unless you pick me up and make me.
Get away from me. Ew.
Right.
First off, unless you look like Aragorn, or from Lord of the Rings, I'm immediately saying no to start off with, because I am not traveling with you in your nasty ass wagon and your creepy little elf friend for 6 days in the wilderness.
I don't know. If the elf friend looks like Legolas, I might go. So.
I mean, I might.
Consider
20-year-old Erica would have been like, let's go. Like, we're not stopping. Full steam ahead. Someone turn on some tavern music. We got a planet to save. Like,
yeah. I would say 30-year-old me would be like, how come your search came up? That's the one. That's the one to bring back to my world to save mine. Because I'm like, 30-year-old me, I don't leave my house often.
Mm-mm.
And also, you see the chaos that we managed. I'm the one. I need that search engine because something's not right.
Like, did you see me at Walmart? Like, what at Walmart that made you say that this one is the one? Like, was it me climbing on the shelves to get something off the top? Like,
yeah, do you see me coming from the gym or like yelling at my children? Like, this is your last chance to do what you were told. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like,
mine's like, were you outside, like, watching me haul trees from, like, working outside and stuff like that? What made you pick me?
Right.
Like, what did you pick me? So, like, in the adventure, we could say that it leads to, like, a battle that leads to, like, there's two different things that goes on. You can make it kind of anything you want it to be, but at the same time, 30-year-old Erica is not immediately saying yes unless there's money. Like, how much am I getting paid hourly? And, like, the more I watch, like, rewatch Game of Thrones and stuff, and I see Braun, and
I'm like, yes, he had it right. Like,
he had it right this whole time. Are there whores? Are there alcohol? Is there money? Boom, boom, boom. Like,
isn't it funny how, though, the older you get, the more you relate to the morally gray character, or, like, the one that we kind of a villain, kind of not. Like, that character, I'm like, yep, I get it. Just like Scar in Lion King. I get why he was like, I'm surrounded by idiots. Facts.
Same, because he really was.
Yeah. I get where he's coming from. Yeah.
No, I totally get it. So, this also kind of like, the second thing I wrote down is pretty much the first one. The second one was like, what if you get asked to be on a random quest from a cloaked stranger? Now, this one's a little different because you don't exactly see who you're going with. This person, you're riding down the King's Road, and they're just like, poof, would you need to help me find this ambulance to save the whole country? And I'm like, first off, again, why are we saving everything? Second off, in fantasy worlds, and this is I can kind of say this is something that we see happen pretty often. Why do all fantasy novels involve overthrowing the current government? Like, there's not very many of them that don't involve overthrowing the established government. And I think that's why a lot of us read them anyways, because we're like, 2025 sucks.
Well, and also, but I think it's set up because anyone in power has the opportunity to abuse it.
Yes, agreed.
Like, that's throughout, like, a regular history, because not trying to take a history route with it, but history is written by the winners of the wars, okay? So
yes, it is. Yes,
that is very much in the fantasy books that we read and love, because most of them are essentially something happened and the people were making good choices, but as it trickles down, things get a little awry, stories get lost, and all that stuff. But I think that's some of it. But getting back to the cloaked stranger, like, 20-year-old me would have been like, are you floating or walking? Because you're not a dementor, right? Like, let me make sure you're not about to suck my soul out, okay?
Like, because I don't have very much of one to begin with.
But, like,
I'm tired.
Yeah, and 30-year-old we'd be like, where the crap did you come from? Like, where? Take your hood off when you're talking to me, sir. Like, look me in the face when you're going to ask me to do a quest. Like, Kevin Hart's like, say it with your chest. I'm like, look me in the eye, sir.
Look me in the eyeball. 20-year-old Erica would have been like, okay, so, and this is something that I have just realized as we've been talking. If a woman asks me to do something, I'm probably going to be like, yeah, I'll help you. If a man asks me to do something, I'll be like, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. You telling me you couldn't solve a problem? I thought men could fix everything. But if it's a random quest from a cloaked female person, 20-year-old Erica's going to say yes no matter what. She's in for the adventure. She doesn't care.
Yeah.
She's the party girl. She's ready to roll. 30-year-old Erica is like, are you a female? Like, are we burning down your husband's home? Have you been
I got matches because I bought them at the shop. Yeah.
Yeah, see, you bought matches. I'm like,
I bought matches. Let's burn it to the ground. Let's do it.
Let's go. What man's castle are we destroying today? How many female slaves does he have? Consider them freed. Like,
facts.
Someone give me a Coke and, like, I don't know, a Taylor Swift song, and we're going. Like, I'm drunk in the back of the car, and I'm crying like a baby coming home from the bar, and we are going to take down your castle.
Yeah.
Way to go, men. Men just ruin everything. So, the next thing we're going to talk about is, so what is 20-year-old Lauren asking for versus 30-year-old Lauren when you're going to a shop to buy a set of armor to go on said adventure? What things does 20-year-old Lauren want? It could be appearance, it could be functionality, it could be, the lack of functionality. What things are you looking for?
So Lauren at any age is like, first off, the inseam better be longer than 30 inches because we're 5'10". Like, okay? Like, this crap's got to actually be long enough for the legs and the torso and everything. And don't let me stick my arms out and it comes up to my elbow. We're not doing that, first off. But all ages, that's what Lauren's priority is does it actually fit like it's supposed to? And then we're going to be very functional. Like, can I move? And things like that. And does it protect the right areas? I don't know if my answer super changes by age on that or not.
See, mine at 20-year-old, I'm more focusing on, like, does it look cute? Like,
Fair.
am I gonna look cute? Like, one thing I think about a lot of times that we don't really talk about is in Fourth Wing, they say they have flight goggles on all the time. And sometimes
I picture like the big googly eye looking goggles.
Yes, like the ones Harry wears in Quidditch. That's immediately what I go
yes.
to. And I'm like, what kind of like colors y'all got for those?
Right. Now,
Because
color, I'm like, does it come in black, please?
yeah,
Like, I don't
yeah,
want it in some
I'm
weird brown that doesn't go with the boots I had in my socks that I found, okay? Like,
yes. See,
you
like
know.
20-year-old Erica is like, does it pink? And 30-year-old Erica is like, do we need camouflage? Like, what terrain are we going to be in?
Fair.
Are we going to be wet? Like,
Yeah.
do I need a wetsuit? Because, okay, we're going to sidebar again. Do you know how often the fantasy novels are like, we had to trek through the river. We had to go across the river. I'm like, have you ever been to a theme park and gotten wet on a
The
ride and
worst. The
then
worst.
try to deal with your wet clothes for the rest of the day?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
no, 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 things are going to rub. Have you ever tried to put a sports bra on while you're wet? You can't do it.
Worst. The worst.
It's like being trapped at church camp again, and you're like, no one can see my boobs.
And you're like sweating so much because it's hot as crap and you've showered
Yes.
and like it rolls up in the back. Yeah. But I'm also like, I picture, in Friends when Ross has the leather pants on and he takes them off and he can't get them back on. But I'm like, what are we wearing under our armor and our leathers and things like that? That's probably more where 30-year-old Lauren's like, what's under this? 20-year-old me might not have thought about that.
No, I'm like, is there powder?
Have
Is
some
there
leggings to wear under it so it slides up.
Yeah. My next thing is like at the shop, I'm going to be like, a 20-year-old Erica would never have thought of this. Be like, do you have some soap? Is there soap we can wash ourselves with? Because apparently we've got shit to do.
Or how do I wash this?
Yeah.
Not like wash the blood off of it, but how do I wash it so it doesn't smell like ass the whole time we're on this journey?
Like I said before, and this is going to be a common thing. If you smell like dragon ass, wash yours before you come by me.
Thank you.
Nope.
Yes. Hygiene is important.
Yes, very much. So the next thing, this one's fun. I think this one's fun. You are approached at said magical tavern by a person who claims to be a dragon trainer, and he wants you to come meet the dragons. What is your response as a 20-year-old versus a 30-year-old?
Oh. Like 30-year-old me is like, I feel like you're lying, hard pass. Like, go on with yourself. Because I feel like if you have to announce all that and talk it up, it's a no. You're like putting on a front. It's not really a dragon. You're trying to lead me off and like do something else, kidnap me or whatever. 20-year-old
I see
like,
you, Ted Bundy.
Right, 20-year-old me would be like, I do like dragons enough to go see where this goes.
20-year-old Erica is getting Ted Bundy'd in a second.
Because I'm like, 20-year-old me, I'm fast enough. I can get away if this goes south. It's fine. Like, 30-year-old me is like, I'm going to need to see the dragon land first. Like, call it, and then I'll go with you.
Yeah, right. I think the best part is like when I was looking up like some props and things like that, it was like, who claims to train dragons? That is the sketchiest part of the whole thing. 20-year-old Erica would be like, you got a dragon? What?
Right.
Did that cost a lot of money? Or did you just have to go like jump
How'd
on it?
How'd you not die? Like, how did it not eat you? I need to know these things.
Right. And then I think about, like, when I started thinking about this thing, it made me think about Harry Potter and how much I love Hagrid. And I love his character. And I adore Hagrid. Honestly, hot take, Harry Potter should have not named his child Albus Severus. He should have named him Rubeus Arthur, because those are the only two adults that gave a shit about him. Like, both of them.
Yeah, truthfully, the Weasleys were the only two adults in that boy's life that were trying to take care of him and not put him in mortal danger. Because Hagrid, not always the best choice.
True.
But also
Hagrid
deeply cared for Harry.
Right. So that kind of goes back to, like, the dragons. I would have totally been at Hagrid's hut. Like, Hagrid is cool. He's your first friend you've made. He helped you through Diagon Alley. I'm going to the hut.
I'd have been taking the advanced magical creatures class with Hagrid. I might have been the only student, but I'd have been taking it too.
I'm taking it too. But at the same time, no one trusts Hagrid around creatures. He's in Nocturne Alley getting some kind of slug repellent. He is, he is the person that claims to train dragons, and really he just found a dragon egg and is like, look at
He read a book. He went to the library and got a book. It's valid.
He did, and no one questioned it. I mean, you're telling me the library, and that's another thing. The librarian didn't go, Hagrid, haven't we already been in trouble before?
But we got people standing in grocery stores claiming they know nutrition and dietetics and telling people what to not eat, and people believe it. So, like, it's believable that Hagrid just wanted to learn about dragons.
It is. This is true. People sell patches that have shit on them that people are like, this is the Ozempic patch, and I'm like, ma'am, that is some super glue you're putting on your skin. Like there ain't no Ozempic patch.
It's a fair correlation to today's stuff of a random stranger claiming to train dragons and know all about them, that some of us would fall victim to it. So we're not too far off.
We're not.
30-year-old me has more questions and needs to pony up some facts and some proof first, but 20-year-old me is like, what could hurt?
I'm like, your supplement has what in it, and it can make me do what? Yes. I don't even need any water.
Just like the magic mushrooms, Erica's taking it.
20-year-old Erica has already took it, no question. I mean, we already know what she's spending her money on. And it's not shoes. And if it is shoes, it's not comfortable shoes. So another prompt I have, and this is kind of the last one I have, and we can kind of, throw some things off from each other. This one I think is fun too. So, reading fantasy novels, we all know about the Fae, and the Fae is very mysterious. And in every novel I've read, it's like, don't trust the Fae make bargains, the Fae do, they're out to twist the truth, that kind of stuff.
But they can't lie, but they definitely twist the truth.
But they definitely twist the truth. So, 20-year-old Lauren has an invitation to a Fae party, but has no details on what this entails, or no consequences of what all happens. You don't know what Fae are going to be there. You just have an invitation to a Fae party.
I'm going. 20-year-old Lawrence for sure going just to see for kicks and giggles what it was about. Without very little qualms, like nah, can't be that bad, right? Like,
right, you're not bad at all. So. This is the one where 20-year-old Erica and 30-year-old Erica have the same thing. We're going to the party and we're not even asking any questions.
30-year-old me would be like, I have a couple of questions, but like I probably still might go, depending.
I'm like, portal, yeet. Like, I'm gone.
Like can I leave when I'm ready? Because, like, I'm going to be tired.
To be fair, if I jump into a Fae world, I'm not leaving at all. I'm like, I hope my husband can get here. If he can't...
Well, that's what I'm like, can I portal my husband and my kids with me afterwards? Like, if I check it out, the lay of the land's cool? Like,
I think that would, you could bargain that.
I feel like that's a fair bargain.
So, bargains. That's another thing we can talk about, bargains. 20-year-old Erica, when you bargain with, like, the night court, you get a tattoo.
I'd have all kinds of bargains because I want all the tattoos.
Like, 20-year-old Erica is like, tap me up. I don't even have a tattoo. 30-year-old Erica is like, I don't know if I like anything that much to be permanent.
My answer's the same. 20-year-old and 30-year-old Lauren is like, just not on the face. Or the neck.
You don't want to be Mike Tyson?
No offense to anyone that has facial or neck tattoos. They're not my thing. They're not for me. But I'd have been like, I'll make a bargain, but where is the closest tattoo shop? Like, who has the needle for, like, a stick and poke tattoo? Because I'm down. Like, let's go.
Not a stick and poke.
Yeah, I would have. Night court. Hey, Azriel, who's your tattoo guy? Like, let's go.
Right.
Yeah, I would do it. So
going back to the night court, like, when they do the bargains and they come on, like, who is the magic that tattoos? Is there, like, a specific, like, magical tattoo artist that is just busy all day long? It's like,
someone made a bargain.
Damn, another one, like,
That is the magic I find was cool though, because they don't pick what it looks like. It just like appears,
just happens,
which is cool. But it's also like instant, just kind of like the tattoos in the Divergent series. I'm like, that's cool. I would be covered if that was the case. Like, if I could just go casually get one whenever and not have to worry about the healing process and stuff. And I say this with only one tattoo because I don't, my tattoo money's gone to adult problems. And so.
True that.
But I'm like, if that was how easy the process was, I'd be like, yeah. You didn't get to pick the location of the tattoo. So who picks it is what I want to know.
Right. Is there like a wizard in a tower somewhere that's like, what do we think about this?
There's a head to toe covered Gandalf in tattoos that's deciding everyone in the night court.
He's got a lip ring.
Yeah, he's got like piercings in his eyebrow, lip ring, nose ring, and he's like, and this is what we're doing today.
And this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
And this is what we're doing. So those are the prompts I have for 20-year-old versus 30-year-old. A lot of the things are kind of the same. We know that 20-year-old Erica's doing anything. 20-year-old Erica doesn't care. 30-year-old Erica just wants some socks. That's really it. And a nice pair of shoes.
Socks and leggings, and I'm good.
Yeah, that's what we got. It's just, it is what it is. It is what it is. So I thought this was fun. This was a fun.
This was fun.
prompt.
I enjoyed this. Please, as you listen to this, comment any of your fun or answer the questions that we answered with what your thoughts are. Because it is funny when you look back. And if you're in your 20s listening to this, please, teenager you versus 20-year-old you, what would you do?
Oh, God, teenager. I don't, listen, that bitch ain't healed yet. She just simmering.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, 16-year-old Lauren, where'd she go? She went on the adventure. She probably died. She's in another world. We don't know, and it's fine. Like,
she's simmering in a cauldron somewhere, just brewing about how mad she is about the world.
Yeah, like we're somewhere. It's fine.
It's fine. Well, guys, thanks for listening. This one was a fun one. We love doing fun things like this. A lot of times before we start our podcast, our conversations are like this.
We really should record them.
We really should. We really should.
Yeah.
But, like and follow, comment. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok. Our podcast is on Spotify, on Apple.
And you can watch it on YouTube.
You can. So please follow along, and we'll see you next time, guys.
Bye.